did actually get a recording of this one, courtesy of Christian Peters, that I just put in the voiceless chat. So be sure to take a look at that if you haven't watched it already. Dreamer was able to give a really great presentation that really lays out, I think, some of the vision for DFK in the coming months and years. So definitely look to check that out. And so while our team in Barcelona is hopefully having dinner and enjoying an evening, we've got another crew back here that has been working their tails off on some exciting new content that's on its way and it's even started already. So we've got a couple people here today to just quickly give us some updates on what's already been released and what's coming with the Hero's Best Friend patch. And so we'll do this one really just kind of differently today, really probably just a few minutes, a quick check-in with all that stuff. And instead of taking a bunch of questions today, we will save all of those for next week when we've got the full crew back here. And I know we put off a bunch of stuff last week as well, so apologies if that's going to get put off another week. So with all of that said, I think I will turn it over to the dude of Beatles to give us some updates.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Mr. Zipper. Yeah, they left us behind. Find the keys to our chains or the dungeon. So of course we're all back at home still. But that's okay because we are doing a lot of exciting things too. We're putting pedal to the metal and getting stuff done. Hopefully everyone was able to see the announcement that went out yesterday with a little bit of details about the Hero's Best Friend patch, which we've been working night and day, literally weekends, days that don't exist yet, leap years. We've been doing it all to get this out as quickly as we can. So it's coming along really well. I posted some of those items yesterday, and I'm trying to find the list. Excuse me. I'm not very Discord savvy, as people have probably noticed at this point. All right, so we have on the docket today, we're shooting to get the pet gathering profession bonus reveal out today, later today. So if you're not familiar, that will allow you to reveal the mysterious pet bonuses that your current pets have. All pets have the gathering bonus, and that will be the first bonus to be revealed with this release that will be going out later today, which is really exciting. I know people have been waiting a long time to see what those would be. I believe that we've got some comprehensive lists around that you can check out to see what the options are there. But essentially, you'll be revealing those and seeing in what ways your pets can help your heroes. So super exciting. A lot of work went into that, especially on the mechanic side. Big props to Zipper and Hubert over there for getting those together. And then we mentioned that we, as part of the green egg hatching, or as offshoot of the green egg hatching, we're also adding blue and gray ultra odd variants. So those will be available for hatching after this release as well, which is super exciting. They're ultra odd, so they're pretty rare. So we might not see them for a little bit of time, but excited for people to discover those as they come out because they're all super cool. I am lucky enough to be able to see behind the scenes and see what those are going to be. So keep an eye out for that. You might see some new pets popping up even sooner than tomorrow. Which brings me to, well, not, I should say, before the next feature set comes out. So the next set of features that we're looking to launch at the same time, ideally, fingers crossed. It's a big list. This is probably the biggest portion of this whole week-long release is going to be green pet egg hatching. So we've been kind of sharing bits and pieces of those eggs here and there, but this will actually release the entire catalog of green pet eggs, including those ultra odds that we mentioned earlier. So really excited. I love collecting pets, and there's a couple that I'm excited about. I think we already showed off the metal Hulk, and that guy is on my list for sure. All right, and then the next couple items all kind of go hand in hand. We've got pet treat crafting, pet equipping, pet feeding, and the premium provisions power up, which will all go hand in hand and get released at the same time. So that's all just going to be one big, awesome, functional update where you'll be able to craft pet treats, equip your pets to your heroes at the same time, which introduces a new equipment menu, which is also awesome, opens up some doors there. And then obviously keeping your pets fed over the long term with pet feeding, and then the premium provisions power up. So lots of good stuff, lots of exciting stuff. And then I guess last but not least, we're looking at Duels Season 4, which will be the first duel that makes use of pets, which is super exciting. So heroes with equipped pets will get bonuses for dueling while their pets are equipped and fed, which is awesome. It is something I'm super excited about. Should give you the edge over your opponents with a pet equipped. And then I guess last but not least, the final release set will be the Quest to be 3 and Profession Level 10 quests, which is a huge undertaking to get all of the utility added for the bonuses that we're adding, and Quest Core V3 in general being a far superior way that we can kind of create new quests and more interesting quests easily without as much work and without going over the contract limit. But Magnus can probably explain that more than I could. And I guess with that, well, hold on. Before I go, I'm going to call on Second Best Dad, to share another cool animation, because that's my bonus. Every time I talk, I make Second Best Dad share something. Thanks, Second Best Dad. So enjoy that. The stuff that he's working on is looking awesome. So super excited to be progressing on that side of things as well. And with that, I will turn it back over to Zip, and he can, or Bull on, whoever, and they can take it from there.
Ooh, thank you, Mr. Dude. All right. Lots of exciting stuff in the works. So, Mr. Ironroot, would you like to tell us what's going on behind the scenes?
Sure thing. So, hey, everybody. It'll be a fairly quick update for me today. So the upgrade process for converting Hero Core and Pet Core to Diamonds went pretty smoothly yesterday. I'm pleased to say that those two contracts are now on the Diamond standard, which is going to allow us to get a bit more fine grained in the way we interact with hero data, which should translate to more gas savings, as well as just allowing us to kind of shift our focus to new features rather than kind of fighting the contract limit. So yep, good news there. Yeah, thanks for your patience during the downtime yesterday. Launch went relatively well, except there were about 40 heroes or so that are still stuck in the hero bridge. If you bridged between 4 and 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time, we're working on getting those unstuck and forwarded to their intended destination as soon as we can. We'll be doing another bridge update in the next few days to enable some more functionality. Fox is currently working that in between conference sessions, so there may be a small amount of bridge downtime in the near future to as we enable those. So this Hero's Best Friend patch is a pretty big update. Still got quite a few things to roll out, as Beetle mentioned. So there'll be probably 2 or 3 more rounds of upgrades before that completes. So the next thing we'll be doing is some release prep for pet bonus revealing, starting with an upgrade to pet hatching with roughly an hour or so of downtime for the pet hatching contract, and that would be specifically the crack function that allows for hatching eggs. Pet incubation will still be available throughout the upgrade today. And yep, we'll be doing some more upgrades tomorrow and next week, so stay tuned for news on those. In general, these contract upgrades and the transition to diamonds is setting us up to do some really cool things and really get rid of some technical debt that is kind of built up while we worked around the Solidity contract size limits. So very excited about what we'll be able to do with gas optimization going forward, as well as just being unblocked there. So very excited to have the Pet Core and Hero Core upgrades live this week. With that, I'll hand it back to Zipper.
All right, thank you, Magnus. And now we will turn it over to Hubert.
You got the right accent in there. Let's see. So, I think Beetle and Magnus kind of talked to all kind of what's going on. Right now, we do have, I guess, kind of coming along with the crack functionality or the new way that we're going to be doing pet hatching does allow us to do like multi hatching and multi incubating. So. That'll make things a lot easier as well once we have that out. So for anyone that has a whole bunch of eggs all stocked up, you should be able to open those all at once, or maybe in a few transactions, depending on how many you have stocked up. But we are, trying to do that across the board, just making sure that, people have to do fewer transactions to get things done and just kind of improve that whole experience for everybody. We also have that same approach being taken for equipping pets, which also will, translate to equipping other equipment as well once we get to that point. So yeah, this whole patch is I've kind of mentioned it before, but just to reiterate, we if you've seen the presentation Dreamer did in Barcelona today, we have a pretty large amount of work left to do before we kind of reach the kind of end goal of the vision of the game. This is a major step in that direction, allowing us to start equipping things to heroes. The next step after that is then to get other pieces of equipment available as well, and including the long lost and awaited amulets and other accessories that can go into that slot. So we're moving right along there, and then once we get past this point as well, we still have a lot to go with our combat system. That's something I've been working on, and we've been making a lot of adjustments there and improving it. I think that Combat Testing Grounds hasn't seen a major update in a little while, but we are working very hard on it in the background, and with some exciting changes to come. Though I will save details about that for a later AMA. And yeah, let's see. So I think those are kind of just general updates. I'm not sure if there's any other details that we wanted to talk about. If you did see, I guess there's one other thing. I don't know if you've been noticing in these animations that SBD has been dropping, but you may have noticed the art is a little bit different. We've been the original way the heroes were designed did not have our kind of the way that we're doing the combat system and animation in mind, and so it actually is kind of set up in a pretty inconvenient way for us to be able to do a lot of animating very quickly. So we kind of had to revamp everything to work with the system we're using so that we can get animations out more quickly and just work more efficiently. So a part of that is also just kind of retouching the art. So that one that SBD just did was the new Paladin art and kind of the default equipment for Paladin. Yeah, you'll be able to see more of that to come fairly soon. SBD has been killing it, so yeah, I'm excited to get that in the game, and it also allows us to do a lot of extra things that just nice touches that you'll be able to see once we start getting them in. We'll be able to do more animations on hero cards and various things. So I'm very excited for that and looking forward to the future when we have it all out. So yep, there you go, SBD. Get all those DMs. All right, I think that's all for me for the moment.
Sweet. Thank you very much, Hubert. I think that mostly wraps up what we wanted to do today, though I guess I will put you on the spot really quick just to touch on a couple really quick questions about pet food and pet feeding since this is kind of the time for them. So just real quick, any plans for power-up options for people who don't have that many pets or heroes in a wallet, or who maybe want to split their heroes across multiple wallets? And then any plans for a super premium pet treat that would maybe last for something like a month? Maybe you could just touch on those real quick.
Okay, sure. So at the moment, I guess to both of those questions, the current plans are no. I mean, we're gonna see how things go and go from there. As far as I guess the first question, which let's see, I got the second question stuck in my head. What was the first question again?
First question was something smaller, smaller power up.
Yeah, no. So at the moment, no. I mean, this power up kind of is one that has a kind of a large monetary benefit to it, just because you wouldn't need to produce as much food to feed your pets because the food would last longer. So we did intentionally make it a little bit heavier of a power up just to make it kind of equivalent to the benefit it gives you. At the moment, like as far as like switching between multiple wallets and whatnot, that is something, of course, that you can do. But if you wanted that power up to impact each wallet, you'd have to have it on each wallet, just because that's the way the system's set up. With other foods, that's certainly a possibility in the future, though. It also just kind of complicates things as well. So we'll have to think about it. But at the moment, I kind of have the intent is for it to still be a game, and that there are things that you have to do as far as like an upkeep to keep your things running. If we just made it so pets were always fed and you could just keep them always fed, that kind of eliminates that gamified feel of there is some user input required to maintain your engine running. And we are looking at ways in the future to make that process more streamlined, but at least for the time being with this initial release, you can kind of expect it to be as we've detailed it.
All right, thank you very much. So I think that wraps up pretty much everything we've got. And we're gonna all get back to work and get this patch out this afternoon. So before we wrap up, do any of the three of you have any last minute comments? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right. That looks like a no to me, so I will. Oh, Beetle, I saw you on mute.
Yeah, I'm just super excited about this whole release week. So I guess appreciate the support. We're excited to be getting this out to y'all. Thank you.
Yes, we are. So much work has gone into this by everybody on the team, and we're so excited to get to start bringing it to you. So stay tuned for some additional announcements this afternoon and in the week or so to come. And thank you all for coming, and we'll be back next week with the full team. And I will leave you with a bullish.
Bullish.
Everybody.